Might be she ain't too keen on what you did to the rest of the spores. Looks like trouble.
That's not very helpful.
Hey.
Hold my guts in here, Captain.
Lava, we won't show him the pit feather yet!
Right.
Lava, beyond seek.
Hold my guts in here, Captain.
Lava, beyond seek.
Looks like I'm here to stay.
Yeah! Take that!
I shall. I'll handle this.
I remember you. Thank you for coming back to me. And thank you, Watcher. Now I have 2 friends, and I feel richer than ever. This is it. Now I remember how I got involved in this mess. I was searching for a celestial catalyst. A falling star. They cross the void to bless Eora with the occasional impact crater or light show. What makes it a catalyst is a richness of arcane energies. I have been researching the properties of wayward stars. If my findings pan out, a piece of one may be the last component I need to scribe my first spell. That and my book friend here. I know that a star fell on the Black Isles recently. A brilliant purple rock streaked across the sky and landed in this area. The only trick is finding it. Once I have the metal and complete my spell, I'll see to it that you are the second person in all the world to wield its power. This is the one. Stand back, Watcher. I have waited so long for this moment. Not even gratitude will slow me down. A moment, Watcher. I doubt I could forget the words if I live to be 1,000, but let me write them down where they belong. There. Bekarna's Midnight Daydream. Not a bad ring to it, huh? Keep this as a memento, my friend. A nice statement piece for the dinner table. That hum of power is relaxing in the palm of your hand, no?
You scribed a new spell? Right there on the spot?
I had an early draft prepared already, but it was missing a little something. I feel as if I have climbed a long and winding staircase, opened the door at the top, and found a polished spyglass waiting for me. Now I do not know what comes next, but I am pleased to have come this far, especially with good company. For now, I want to spend some time with my book and my observatory. And before you go, a parting gift. You have done enough for me that I owe you more than a roll of parchment. I happened upon this friendly-looking book while you were out looking for the star metal. And here there is a blank page like it was waiting for us. May you do great things with it. Thanks to you, I have remembered much and learned more than I could ever forget. A Grasimer Watcher. This would have been extremely unlikely without good friends.
Think it suits me?
Welcome back, welcome back. It is a pleasure to see you once again. Tell me, how might I assist you? Wow, I've always wondered what was over there. I made a list. Fire giants, giant fire ants, fire snakes wasn't on there. Wait, this means you've done it. You've really done it. Oh, I could kiss you. This is going to put both our names in the history books. I am sure of it.
Enjoy your legacy as a footnote.
I'm nearly done putting everything together. Come back later and I'll give you the very first copy of the Explorer's Guide to the Dead Fire. The Great Explorer returns. Here, your very own copy of the book, as promised. How might I assist you?
I told Ashiza to apologize for that incident with your book.
It's quite all right. I appreciate the gesture.
Just say the word and I'll give him a kick in the tail feathers.
Maybe not that gesture.
This where Gaunt stormed through? At least the docks are still intact.
Indeed.
Well, no welcome's better than a bad one.
Extinguished or crushed, us all, Defiler. You are not mistaken. I am but one of Margaren's elite champions, birthed from her flames. Soon reunited in glory. Servants of the Defiler God. Damn you! Damned Reaper of Souls and God of Lies. Margaren's most foul enemy.
Well, that was worth doing, even if we got nothing in return.
I'll handle this.
At least this means they're all dead, right?
I'll have this. I've done it.
Kith trespasses in the goddess's maw? But how? You must seek to follow in your Defiler god's footsteps. You will not, for I will smite you where you stand!
Hold, Sega! I would speak to this filthy minion of the wretched god Aethys before you char his bones to dust. You must possess an unfathomable power to have kindled the interest of such a giant. Yet you imply you do not serve him.
Rakir, move! We cannot allow these intruders to live!
You would face us in battle rather than flee? I like your mettle. Kethu does not cower before Margaren's greatest warriors. We have not yet defeated the embodied god, but that does not mean we won't. The Drotiger is readying another assault from within the Jagged Keep as we speak. I will permit you to scamper closer to God's face, if you believe you can survive. Scurry deeper into the maw, but know that my brethren may squash you.
All who neared the intruder god were gutted until extinguished. You think your soul could last even half so long as Rathoon's?
Maybe the Kiths will last longer. Only Margaren's shrine with our Jagged Keep can lead you to the Defiler God. Kith, if Margaret wishes you to face him, surely she will fire the way. Our duty is foremost to Margaret. We guard the moor to its fiery end. First, we recover the wounded and their weapons, drag them into the Jagged Keep. And then we will kill a god. Second, help me with the bodies, but this time gentle your grip.
It can't. Drakir, these fallen are brittle.
Should we be concerned about that?
I thought the volcanoes in these parts were dormant.
They're with gone now. Ready to roll. Hit me again and I'll hit you back.
You spend your whole life thinking you're a giant. And one day that fella shows up at your fortress.
That was awfully profound.
Scurriers in my keep! Make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas! Nay, I will not risk the spread of the Defiler's filth during this time of crisis. May Margren forever burn your soul in agony. You'll find no mercy in the Everflame.
Ready to brawl? Exceed.
Who's right primed for a bashing?
Fall back.
You see that, Ishi?
Worth than rock! That order's too tall.
Mode. Exceed. Ready to brawl?
Careful. I see.
Mode. Exceed. That dog won't punch. Mode. Exceed. Honor. We got trouble, folks. That dog will hunt.
What's this? Control yourself! I'll take care of this. I know, it's done.
I'm honored. Take a gander over there.
I'll handle this. I'll take care of this.
I'm thinking this place ain't gonna hold up much longer. What say we hurry, Watcher?
The Brenthis tarries for too long. Yet only she is fit to fire the shrine. Go and ensure that she returns readily with the Ancient.
It would be my honor, Bathor.
Return in victory, Rekir.
Yes, Bathor.
And remember, you are a bold one to attack us in our own seat of power. I hope you are prepared to die here, for I will soon prostrate you on the altar of Margaret and burn you for her glory. Aethys deserves death, not words. The Defiler God has brought war to Ashen Moor in revenge against Margaret and her Rathun. What is your relation to Aethys, if not to act with him against Margaret? Mere Kith are seldom agents of such a powerful deity. If you have no plans to defend the Defiler God, then we've no quarrel with you, Kith. We are prepared to assault Aethys at the base of the moor. The shrine will lower us to the sacred Ardra Pillar, where the embodied god now gluts himself. Even if I believed you, I cannot do such a thing. We guard the sacred depths of the moor. None may freely enter. Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of Bethacton.
Did you follow that?
So what you're saying is, we need a sacred torque to unlock the shrine, to go deeper into the maw?
Sometimes I feel like this whole archipelago has a vendetta against traditional locks.
Did you expect to answer a riddle, then navigate a labyrinth to access the way? Our High Priestess. The Brenthis is the Torque's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return to the keep. Our first defense against the Defiler God lies in shambles. So the Brenthis has hastened to summon our ancient ally to battle. She is deep within the lair of the Ancient, west of the keep. When she returns to us with the dragon, we will fire the shrine and strike down the Defiler. To die for Markon is the greatest honor. We live only to protect the goddess and to serve her will. And Margaret has obliterated Aethys before, has she not? Return our Brenthis and the Torque, and we will let you join us in glorious battle indeed. Bravery burns within your blood. It stokes my respect. I approve of this venture. Until the Brenthis returns with the Ancient, my warriors will remain restless and ill at ease. Rakir, go to the lair of the Ancient and carry out my command. You will permit this Kith to assist you, presuming he can muster the strength.
It will be done. You have my word, Bathor.
Kith, Should you return the talk, and our priestess along with it to the shrine, you will have proven your worth by serving Margren's cause. And you, Segroth, lay a protection upon the Kith. The lair of the Ancients is a deadly place, deadened to a great dragon. This shall safeguard you against the fire and fumes that fill the caverns.
Think she's a nice dragon?
This does not sound good.
Not exactly my area of expertise.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Gone survives it?
We should move quickly. That smell. I hope it's just their cook burning the meat.
Rest now, warrior. Your soul is safe with me. This place smells and feels like one of the stories Uncle Angbert used to tell me to make me behave as a child.
Ain't she a beauty?
Who comes now to stoke the flames of chaos further? Have I not yet feasted enough? I suppose I can make room for another.
No, no. That can't be healthy.
Just realized how lucky we are to have never run across a sewer dragon.
Start with the bird. He's been complaining ever since we arrived.
Blessed and terrible Ancient One, the Bathor sends me in search of... Do not speak your lies before our sacred fires, vermin. The Ancient would never attack us.
I did, fool! And I would again. We struck a deal eons ago. I did with a wily Brenthis. It's true these Rathun fed me exquisitely for so long. But today, They sought my wings like a firestorm to battle. My fangs like hot spears to pierce a god. I am the heart of the fire. I cannot be controlled. Not by a giant's weak will, and not by a sputtering trinket. And you, wretch, you are certainly soon to be dead.
That's not very helpful.
Hmm?
Face my flames. Stare your death in its flickering.
May Margaret feast on your soul, traitorous creature. Retrieve the torch, Kith. You have... And this honor. I am burning! I am burning! I am burning! And it is not in pleasure, not for Mother Margaret. I should have listened when she said nothing. But I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame. Not with honor and eternity, but for a moment. I am disgraced. Who will lay the torch before the Mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the Mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's god's face? Not to these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh of a wretchedly snuffed life. Not to me and mine. Now she who was blackened and befouled and forsaken by the flames, forsaken by Margran!
Rest easy now, priestess. I'll harvest your soul and your torment too.
This to the Bathor at once.
always seemed real cold to me for a fire god. Like she'd rather see you die struggling than offer help.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties. Even now, Aethys gains strength from the Spire. What progress have you to report? Then they will burn to ash and return to the mud kiln from whence they came. Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Aethys. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form. I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault. Even for you. Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
Kith. Then it is as I feared, and as I felt. Her flames have been extinguished. I do not share the Brenthis's ability to commune with Margaret, but I must believe the goddess would will us to fight. We must make a final stand. Why should I trust the words of an outsider? Maybe you seek to sow discord, or to stay our attack. To return in victory from the lair of the Ancient. I misjudged you. You are one of a kind among Kith. What became of the Ancient? Jorda Fairless? Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Oh, who needs some old lizard anyway?
You will answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies. Impossible! A flame as bright as the Ancients cannot be so easily extinguished.
The Kith speaks true, Bathor. The Ancient One housed a deceitful heart. She had no intent to aid us in battle. Worse, turned fang and claw on our priestess. The Kith destroyed the dragon and recovered the Talk. I bear witness to the strength of his soul fire.
The dragon could be fierce and unrelenting indeed, but I trusted the Brenthis's power would command the beast. How disturbing and unfortunate. She would have been a mighty ally against Aethys. We've no choice. Despite the odds, we'll attack without either's strength. If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Margaret forsake us for our failures. You've earned the right to Fire Shrine, with the talk of the Ether Flame. But we cannot join you as yet, in facing the Defiler. If that is the goddess's ever-burning will, we Rathun will abide it. Could her will be for us to flee like cowards? We are Margaret's creatures. Formed from her flames, we exist only to further her greatness.
Perish here, and you'll have failed your goddess.
As you say, Margaret has chosen to sacrifice this site. Far be it from us to spurn her offering to the war. We will evaluate them more, and instead guard the other volcanoes of the Teeth. I believe she will approve of this destiny we have chosen. Keep the talk. Use it to lower the shrine if you are determined still to meet with Aethys. May the heat of your soul lead you to victory.
You're certain he wanted us all to come?
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold!
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Caed Nua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Aethys.
Oh my god. You really, this can't...
I see you, Shoti. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
This is really happening, right? Gon, your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red, sweat beading her brow. Shodi stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself, a mere moment before she would have toppled over.
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission, but I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world. As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far? Even after all these years, countless generations, we don't know either. The brightest souls can burn out in an instant, and even a pathetic, feeble spark can grow brilliant in time. But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
That we have, and I got a request. Down here. Gon, look how full my lantern is. I've been harvesting day and night for you, my god.
Lantern rattling, sickle gripped so tight her knuckles are white. She waves her arms over her head as she shouts.
My dear Shodi, I do not mean to diminish your presence here, but this is a question that the Watcher needs to answer. He alone was tasked with pursuing me. The gods have placed him in this fire. It is only right that we speak together now. No, not now. Not in your lifetime. Perhaps in 100 generations, the books and tongues of Kith will forget the name Aethys. A penance, paid in full, noted by none. That would be my absolution.
You're just gonna wait for us to forget what you did? That's your penance?
Adair stands in a broad posture, the one he so often takes when placing himself between friend and foe. His neck is sharply craned to meet the unblinking stare of his god.
How about you start by giving back the souls you took? Or maybe by apologizing to every one of your followers, especially the ones that died for you.
The molten rock of Magren's teeth gleams bright orange in his eyes, and he looks like a man overtaken by a furious spirit.
You owe this Watcher here. You owe my brother Woden, and every last one of us that ever followed you. And you owe me. I never asked you for much, but you owe me better than what you're given.
I cannot atone for my mistakes with words alone, Adair. I know this now. It is why I began this journey and why I must move on. But you have come here for other answers. Why I have returned. Where I am going. Am I answering to you, or to Berith? And it would seem even she whose presence shakes the heart of this mountain needs to know. Margren fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Dyrwood. But this time, there is no power on Eora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you, give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others. Yes. I am sacrificing lives from this generation for the benefit of those who have not yet been born. The other gods may be willing to make similar sacrifices, but they will be in vain. I am going to force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. And all the powers of hell cannot drive me from this course. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that. I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Shodi gasps sharply, for once too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing, when she glances from Aethys to you.
Whatever you're doing, there's gotta be a better way.
When I entered Waidwen, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith. I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves, how we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told. I have not come to speak, to convince, to plead, but to break the foundations of belief itself, to extinguish the lights that maintain the illusions we have created. We took on the mantles of gods from legends, and in so doing, made real what was false, crafted truth from fiction. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life. When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
More destruction. You're tearing the whole world apart because you can't make peace among yourselves.
Adair, there will never be peace among mortals, so long as they are unwittingly manipulated by the gods. The divine enslavement that Woedica reveres perpetuates ignorance, chaos, and violence across the world. I only wish to destroy the darkness that surrounds the gods, that you may better see us for what we are. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Dawn, wait! Before it's too late, you gotta take the souls I harvested for you.
The priestess thrusts her light-pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Aethys to take it from her.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate. Once again, the gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Magrin has intended for me. Perhaps I will have another opportunity to make amends. Until then, this will have to do. Brace yourself, Watcher.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Despite herself, Shodi squeals. Trembling, she sways on her feet as if she might faint.
Hey, Aethys, we're not done here. You and I, we're not finished. Don't think you can just move me aside like all the rest. Maybe you can't be stopped. But on behalf of everyone you've trampled, betrayed, and ignored, I'll be coming to see you again.
Adair spits. In the surging heat, it never reaches the ground.
Perhaps we will meet again, Adair. Until then, take care of the Watcher.
Aethys's great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great Titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Aethys's body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Aethys. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Aethys's body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. The great keep, recently abandoned by the Rathun, is quickly consumed by the lava. Your attention returns to the heart of Aethys's body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness. We are together again. Are you ready to be together again? Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else, and I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore. Your senses yank back to your body, still in Aethys's hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Neketaka, taller than Aethys, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Aethys. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming. You are back inside him. Back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to their intended bodies? A light shines within the soul as it observes you. Waiting. I am. Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Aethys stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your head comes to rest, your vision rocks forward, pulled back into the Audra, back to your soul. Some of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. Together. The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Aethys's hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Aethys push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
The windows of your eyes retreat into the distance. The fragment of your soul is so close to you in the darkness that you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. Aethys is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Aethys touched you. You swim toward the light.
Hey buddy, how's it going? No, I'm not playing BG3 unfortunately. I'll have to wait until it releases on the Xbox. My PC is too shit to pull it properly, or well, I have like the minimum requirement, but then I won't be able to stream it at the same time, I don't think, so I'll just have to wait.
As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Are those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Aethys is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move. He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him, destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back. It's a coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
Good, you're awake. Just when I was worried we were going to stand around all day talking.
You look about as befuddled as I feel, Watcher.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw. The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira. For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
What we need is brass. Rawatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Birth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention. Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principi are...
Well, what have we here?
Forgive me, Lovesome, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods? Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas. Then all bets are off again, aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
Right you are. However, I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait. And the Lovesome Watcher's the only one likely to answer them nicely. Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with a god on a rampage? Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again. This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
Yeah. Easy money, easy money.
The Huana made compacts with the gods on Lost Ukaizo. Anything can happen on the shores of our ancestors. I say it is a place where mortals can reach beyond themselves, do freely what animancers struggle to dream.
We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority. Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Ondra's mortar. See if Aethys' passage opens a way through the storms. Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter. That's so. You just might be able to save us.
We speak of collectively sailing for Andra's Mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo. It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's Mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
I don't mean to let Aethys end us while we bicker. But the fate of Ukaizo is not exclusively a Huana concern.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now. While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the City of Gold. Whatever Aethys is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it, and then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us by our devotion to Ukaizo.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today? Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's Mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Aethys, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists. With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
Ak, order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.
Okay, it's time for me to go sleep now, but yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks. You too.